Hi, BookTube. It's Gina, and today is Friday. Happy Friday. I wanted to share a little tech update with you and also let you know what books I have finished this week and which books I have ongoing. So let's get started. The first thing is my spouse, who from this point forward I will call Greg because that is his name, has decided that I need to upgrade my BookTube situation. Currently, I have you propped up on a book on my computer with my phone sitting on top of it on a little pop socket, which I think is perfectly fine. But my new producer, Greg, apparently would like me to upgrade a little bit. And he loves gadgets, he loves tech, he loves doing research. And so he's been doing some fun research for me over the week and has bought me a new little light. I'm going to turn you around here. It's a little baby light over there in front of my stereo. And I looks sort of the same to you, looks sort of the same to me, but we'll give it a try, see what happens. I think I also have a microphone coming and a tripod, so getting pretty fancy over here. Greg's very funny. I have to tell you one story about when we first met, when we were first living together. I bought one of our first computers. This was back in 1997, so it was not, we were not very high tech yet. And I came home from work one day and Greg had the entire computer taken apart, the motherboard removed, every little bit of gadget was separated. It was like all on the floor in the bedroom. I had a little bit of a heart attack, but he managed to put it all back together with no bits and pieces remaining. And ever since then, he's been sort of a gadget techie person. So he's in charge of all of the new gear here. But I thought it was kind of fun, so I wanted to share that with you. We'll see if it makes any difference. But it's kind of a fun new little thing that I'm now learning. Second thing is the books that I have finished this week. So 3 books that I've finished. I don't actually have copies of them to hold up because they were all 3 on my Kindle. And I would like to say, I'll post a picture here. However, I just can't figure out how to do that. So I don't know. I've got to watch some YouTube tutorials on editing. I have figured out how to move it to iMovie and how to insert the picture, but I cannot figure out how to then upload an iMovie up to YouTube. Whenever I'm trying to upload a YouTube video, it only goes to my camera videos. So I can't get it to go to iMovie. So maybe I'll be able to figure that out. If you're not seeing a picture here, that means I failed miserably. I'm still not figuring it out, but we're low tech here. So I'm just gonna keep going. The first book that I finished is Winter and Rough Weather by D.E. Stevenson. This is a book that was written back in the mid-1950s. D.E. Stevenson is a very cozy writer, for the most part. Not all of her books are cozy. But a mid-century, mid-20th century author who writes family stories, and this story was about a young couple moving into getting set up in a town where they are moving in together as a new married couple. So really nice, sweet story, a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that one. Second one is The House Opposite by Barbara Noble. This is also a mid-century story. This one was written in 1943 and is set in London during the Blitz. So this is not a cozy story. It's a really interesting story, though, about how people live in these very crazy circumstances, how they manage to go about their daily life, even given that there are potential bombs being dropped on them at any moment. It was really interesting to read the story, and I would highly recommend it. The House Opposite by Barbara Noble. Both of those were Furrowed Middlebrow, that Dean Street Press imprint that I was talking about last week, and I just absolutely love that Dean Street Press. They do these wonderful books that I really, really enjoy. The third book that I finished is The Great Cake Mystery, the first Precious Ramatswa mystery. This is Alexandre McCall Smith writing Precious Ramatswa stories for young children. And Precious Ramatswa is the protagonist in the #1 Ladies Detective Agency series that I absolutely love and have been reading, and just finished the most recent one last week. But this is a kind of a very young reader version of some mystery stories, and it was very cute, very sweet, really short. I mean, maybe like 50 pages. Since I was on my Kindle, I couldn't quite tell font size. I think it's geared towards very young readers, like maybe the first chapter book readers, but I couldn't quite tell. But it was a very sweet story, and I'll probably read a few more of those. The two books that I have in progress are The Case of Sir Adam Baird. That is the free ebook that I got last week from Dean Street Press. That was so exciting. And that is a golden age mystery, really in the style of sort of Agatha Christie-ish, but it's one of those very puzzly stories. For instance, who was here at 7:55, and then where was this person at 7:58, and then could they have heard a door open or not? It's very, like putting pieces together, which is really a lot of fun. And I'm about halfway through that, so I'll finish that one this weekend. And then I'm still on Revelation, which is the Tudor Mystery Matthew Shardlake series from C.J. Sansom. Sorry, that was my cat running across. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but I've got a little cat situation going on here. And then the third book that I am still reading is The Three Musketeers. And that, I'm imagining, is going to take me some time to get through. I do have a copy of this one. You've seen this repeatedly. This is my Mammoth. I'm working on this for March of the Mammoths. And it's just, I'm only a teeny way through, maybe on page 100 or so. So I'm reading about 30 pages a week on this one. So it's going to take me a while to finish it, but I will finish it. So that's sort of where I am today. I hope you are all doing well. What are you reading? Anything jumping out at you? Anything that you're loving these days? I'd love to hear about it, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.